Hey guys, Mike here with a FluffeyHD exclusive tutorial. Now guys, I'm going to be uploading a lot more on FluffeyHD now because I did get partnership and Tutorials Empire has just been going sort of slow. So all these tutorials will be uploaded here daily. I've got like 3 ahead right now. So I hope you guys enjoy. This background, by the way, is just sort of shitty, but I made it in like 10 seconds, so whatever. But this is the Advanced Cinematic Tutorial 2. The first one is uploading right now actually, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, it's just going to load up here and we're going to get right into this. Now this effect, as you just saw, is pretty nice and it's pretty simple to do. So first thing you're going to want to do is open your clip. This is provided in the pack as usual. That's what we do here, FluffeyHD. Alright, and for this clip you're going to have to cut out a little bit because I moved. So I moved like the camera when I was doing the cinematic, so that's good. Then you can just take out the audio by pressing U on it. And you can drag it over or delete it and then delete the track, whatever you want to do. So that's good. And you've got your basic clip and you've got a guy who runs around the corner. Woohoo. But you want a little bit more than that because that's sort of, oops, not that far. That's sort of boring. So we're just going to cut it after he runs on the corner. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to color correct it. So I'm just going to give it this old warm color correction. You can download that in the pack too. And I'm going to disable resample. Keep maintain aspect ratio checked, and then I'm going to do a cinematic crop. So that's not in this tutorial. If you don't know how to do that, there will be some basic tutorials coming out, but I can't show you how to do that for this tutorial. So now we've got an awesome clip. Looks pretty nice. Let me go to a little higher quality here. So it's looking alright, and he's running around the corner, and you want to twixter him when he gets to right here. So I'm going to cut it actually right here. That's the next frame. This is showing the next frame. And then I want him to twixter to, let's say, here. So we won't need that slow of a twixter, actually. I'd say like 2% should do it for that. And if you don't have Vegas Twixter, I can't show you how to get it, guys. I'm sorry. Plenty of tutorials, but I was the actual original founder of it, which is quite interesting. So just that's a fun fact right there. But image prep, contrast, edge enhance, motion sensitivity, I'm going to go 63. This is all looking good. Smart blend really doesn't matter. All the rest of it really doesn't matter. And you want to make sure that you set your Twixter to like 2% should work. So I'm going to go to Video Event FX. And I'm going to make mine 2 for now. I'm just going to drag it out here. Keep going until it stops. This is where it stops. That's only about 2 seconds, so I'm going to go to 1% because you want to give like 4 seconds at least, I'd say. You want a good amount of time here. That's a little bit too far. I'm going to go 1.2. How does that sound? I know it's sort of random, but alright, 1.2. That's what it is. Still not there? Dang. What? Oh, yeah, it is. It's right here. Oh, God. Hold on. We're going to go to 1.0, guys, again. I'm sorry. We're going to go to 1, and hopefully that should change up things a bit. Alright, it's not displaying properly the end for some reason. But right here, he still should be running. Yeah, I don't know why it's not displaying the end right, but that's alright. So if we go to preview quarter here, we can just go through the frames a little bit better. And you'll see him slowly moving, which is what we want. And then he'll run away right here. So that's all good and jolly, but we want the first part. Now the first part you can do here, but you're going to have to render it out after this. So the first part is basically really easy, and it's just taking this and copying it and pasting it right here, and then inserting another video track, or not, should we do that yet? Can we do that yet? Should we, can we, how can we do this? Alright, yeah, we're going to insert another video track, and we're going to make sure that video track's empty in between here. And so, we got an empty video track in between here, and we have our 2 Twixter tracks. And for this one, you're just going to click the Event Pan Crop, check Mask, go to the first frame, make sure it's clicked on that, and then make sure you're on the pen tool. And then whatever object you want the text to come out from behind, you're going to mask. So I'm just going to cut out from behind here. That was sort of a bad mask. And for tutorial purposes, it really doesn't matter, but I try I'll try to make it alright. And so that's good because the text is going to be coming out of this area. And so you can just literally go close off the mask right now. So I'm just going to select right here. That's all good. Alright. And I'm going to give it a feather of about both and 0.7. It'll just give it a slightly smooth edge. Make sure it's on both. Alright. So now we've got a masked layer and a normal layer. And you can see this line. Now, it's going to be more noticeable. And how to fix this, a lot of people don't know. But it's really easy. All you do is click Event FX, and then you drag your pan crop past everything. And that makes the line instantly disappear. So it's really nice. So then we're pretty much set here, guys, but we need to do a couple more things. First of all, we're not going to do our zoom in here because you'd have to zoom in both of these, and it causes a bunch of problems. That's why you're going to need to render out. But we can go to Media Generators here, Text, and Default Text, and we're just going to choose our text font and everything here. So I'm going to choose one called Dimitri. I use this a lot, and it's a nice text. No, why did it do that? 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 ABCD, ABCD, ABCD. Dimitri Swank, and I'm just going to choose, I like this text a lot, but I'm just going to choose my name, and I'm also going to make it black because it looks sort of weird at white. I don't know, see, it doesn't really work. And then also you might want to make it slightly smaller, as I'm going to do here. 36 might work. And the reason it's loading so slowly is because the Twixtor makes everything, so you need sort of a high-end computer, you could say, for this. But this part's really simple, guys. All you got to do is drag it to the end of the Twixtor bars. And then what you want to do is click the actual track motion, and you want to copy, I like this height, so we're going to copy the Y, 0.00. Then we're going to drag it left out of the camera's view here, and make sure you're on the first, why is it not out? It's still loading it. It'll be out, guys, don't worry about it. Oof. Yeah, there it's out. And you want it to be right on the edge here, and make this new keyframe that's out. And then wherever you want it to be, like let's say that's a little bit too far, you can see the timeline right here. We're just going to go right about here. That works. And then you want to drag it back in so the text is fully out. So this is keyframing the text. So I don't want it to be that far out. I want it to be like this far out though. But you're probably a little bit further than that. But you're wondering how you're going to get the text the same height. You just copy, you paste the Y back in, and that'll get it the exact same height. And then you can just simply copy this keyframe you just made. Control-C or right-click and copy. And go to like right here, wherever you want it to start zooming out, and then you can paste that keyframe, and then you can copy your other one, your first one, and then you can click to the end, and you can paste that one. And so basically now you've got a scrolling text. I wish I could show it smoothly, but Twixtor screws everything up, so I want to go really low quality. You got your slow motion, the text scrolls out, and it scrolls back in, but there's no active camera, there's no particles, it looks really bad. So I'm going to show you how to get that right now. You want to render out this clip. I know that's weird, but you need to do it sort of. It makes everything much easier. So we're going to render this out, and I'm just going to name it Cinematic 2. And I'll get back to you guys when this is done, alright? Bye. Alright guys, it's Mike, and we're back, and we've rendered out our clip as you just saw, and we're just going to go, and we're going to open up that clip. I named it Cinematic 2 as you recalled. And so this is good. We want to delete the audio track, so just press U again on it, and then right-click on the track and delete it all. Not duplicate it, delete it. I messed up there, sorry about that. But, now we've got this raw clip. Now, first thing I'm going to do is add some zoom and maybe move it in a little bit because there's a little bit too much of a starting part. As you can see, it still takes a while, so I'm going to zoom in maybe a little bit more just to make it a shorter clip. And he runs around the corner, so that's good. I like that. But now we got to zoom into the text because it's just really boring if it's not zooming into the text. First thing you want to do is disable resample, uncheck maintain aspect ratio, and uncheck loop, and that'll make your video cleaner again. And then as soon as you see the text appear, here's what you want to do. Right here is the first letter of the text. All you're going to do is you're going to click this track motion button over here, and you're going to zoom, double click, right? So just double click. And then when the text is fully came out and is not moving anymore, this is my first frame of that right here, you're just going to drag out and over to where the text is. So like that. Mine's looking alright. Alright, so that looks good. And then all you have to do is copy this keyframe you just made, or right click it and make it smooth, and right click it and make it smooth. And then copy your inside keyframe you just made that's zoomed in, and you want to go to where the text is starting to disappear. So let me do that now. So as soon as I see the text move, I'm going to... Wow. Alright. Let me move this over. Alright, the text first moves right here, so we're going to paste the zoomed in keyframe of our zoom, and then we're going to go to where the text is completely disappeared, which is right here, just the end of that D is where I'm going to go actually, and then paste that. And that'll create a zoom in zoom out effect, as you can see here. So it just changes it to a bit worse quality so it can play smoothly while I'm recording, but there you go. You got a nice smooth zoom in and zoom out. Now what you want to do is you want to make it shake. Now this is very easy, and I'm just going to apply a shake for the whole video. You can keyframe it and just apply it for just the text, but it looks much better, trust me, just on the whole video. So we're going to go to New Blue Motion Effects Active Camera once again. Just go buy this, support New Blue, and there we go. I'm going to change up some settings, make it a little bit different than what it is. Rotation a little bit more. So you guys can just customize this around, or you can use my settings of 13, 14, 3. Crop, you don't want that much. I'm just going to do 17. Then rate, 40, 42 works, 41, and then 46 for jitter, and then 0 for blur and hold, and then synchronize access is checked. So now let's play this back, and you'll just see you got a nice shake. Now that might be a little bit fast for you guys, and if you see the back lines down here, it's going to sort of ruin it, and it'll ruin the cinematic effect, even though there was cinematic lines before. So we're just going to go, and we're going to crop this out more. So like we're going to go 22 here. So that looks better, and it's still hitting the lines, so I'm going to crop it in even more, even though it's not good. Just go like 33, and we'll play that back, and now you cannot see any of the black lines, and it zooms in, and the text is right there. And that might be a little bit too much, so I'm going to go back down to 30. That should do it. Let me just make sure it hits no black lines on the bottom. Awesome. And that looks alright. So that's the active camera effect, and then it'll zoom out, and it'll still be shaking. But we're missing that final touch, so what we're going to do is insert a video track, and I'm going to open up my particles in the folder. Once again, you can download this project file. It's just titled 2, and then just create a zoom in for the particles that's slightly shorter, and to zoom out slightly shorter. And you should be set, guys. So let's play this back now. And you'll see that this particle makes the screen go black. So what you want to do is check the compositing mode right here. Then just go to add. And then you can play it, and the particles will be overlaid on it. So it looks really nice. And it's switching the quality up here. So I'm just going to actually RAM preview it while I talk to you guys. So that's basically it, guys. You can crop. You can make it so that the particles only come in here by just fading it in only here. And it doesn't want to RAM preview the whole thing because my computer is slow. So let me just RAM preview it on a different setting. But you can make it so the particles only come in here by just shortening it up and making it fade in here. And if you want only this active camera here, then you can just keyframe that right next to each other like you would with anything else, which is really easy. So that's the tutorial, guys. Here's the finished product. Alright, guys, so you might notice it's missing one thing. We're just going to add a song. This will also be included in the pack. It's called All Alone. It's by Tim Gunter. It is free of copyright and everything, which is wonderful. But it added up here, so I'm just going to drag it down and delete the audio track it created. You guys probably won't have to do that, but if you do, I hope you know what's happening. And then just cut up and finish everything. And I'm going to play this back for you guys real fast here, and we're going to watch it back. So. Alright guys, so that was basically it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This has been Mike. Subscribe for more, guys. I did get partnership. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright, peace guys. I hope you enjoyed.